Hey, I'm Carrie here at Get Your Vibe Right, and I am currently reading this book, The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. And the chapter that really got me was chapter 10, Creation. I'm always talking about creation and manifestation. And this chapter starts off with creation is finished. Creativeness is only a deeper receptiveness. The entire contents of all time and all space, while experienced in a time sequence, actually coexist as an infinite and eternal now. What he's saying is that everything already exists. This is part of the many worlds theory when it comes to the multiverse. Okay, there are several different interpretations of what the multiverse might be. One of them is the many worlds theory, which says that anything and everything that could potentially happen is already in existence, and we simply line up with one track and we live that experience. But if we had made a different choice at a different juncture of our lives, we would have lined up with a different track. So he's saying creation is finished. Everything is already done. It's done. Whatever it is you want that you feel like you have not yet achieved, or that the universe is withholding from you or is holding back, and you just keep trying to get there and you're never getting there, it's telling you it's already out there for you. Nothing that you could potentially conceive is something that you can't actually achieve. And so the many worlds theory says all you have to do is line up with the energy of what it is you want. And that's what deeper receptiveness means in this context. This is what is meant by creation. And the statement that creation is finished means nothing is ever to be created. It is only to be manifested. It's already done. It's already there. So how do we do that? What is called creativeness is only becoming aware of what already is. We create it in the field, in the quantum field. The way that you create in the quantum field is creating in your imagination. It's creating not in the 3D world. What you see here is already done. This creation, it's solid. It's solidified into our current 3D reality. What's coming is being created in the quantum field. That's what you're lining up with. And you're lining up with something whether you know it or not. You're either lining up with something consciously, where you are consciously going into your mind, visualizing what it is you want, being very specific about how you want something to look, or you are in the drift. You're not actually going into the field and spending time creating what comes next. You're drifting along with kind of everybody else's creations. You are not taking a stand and going in and lining up with the track you want to be living on. The whole of creation exists in you. And it's your destiny to become increasingly aware of its infinite wonders and experience ever greater and grander portions of it. That's the creative process. If creation is finished and all events are taking place now, the question that springs naturally to the mind is, what determines your time track? That is, what determines the events that you will encounter? And the answer is your concept of yourself. So who and how you think of yourself is creating what's coming for you. So if we think of ourselves as somebody who is unworthy, who is unskilled, who doesn't know what or how to get to where they're going to be, you will continually be in a place of arriving. If you see yourself as already having arrived, if your concept of self is, I have that, I am that, I own that, I do that, then you are changing your concept of self to align with where you're going to go. That's lining you up with the track you're eventually going to go down. So he says, for example, if you assume that you have a wonderful business, you will notice how in your imagination, your attention is focused on incident after incident relating to that assumption. And he talks a lot about the law of assumption in here, meaning that if you just assume that that's how things are going to turn out, that's how things will turn out. So this is my latest read. That's just a snippet out of it. I highly recommend this book if you're trying to learn how to manifest in reality by going into the field and changing your concept of self. Basically, a guidebook for that.